For Such Great Heights, as covered by Iron and Wine, we're going to be capoed on the 6th fret. And then something unique that I did for this song when I covered it on my channel here, I took the solo from the end of the song, which goes like this. And I layered that on top of the part that we're going to also learn, the main part. So I'm playing both of those at the same time. And I'm going to show you how I do that at the end of this video, so make sure to watch all the way through for that. It is a little bit more advanced, but it's a great little challenge to try. So the great thing about learning this song is the chord progression is the same throughout the entire song. So we learn that one section and we have the song down pretty much. Our chords are going to be C, G, a variation of F, which is going to be 1 and 3 on the E and the A string. Everything else open. And then C and G again. Our thumb is going to be doing this pattern throughout the whole song and on those same chords. So we have our C, and then our G, then our F, then C and G again. So you want to get comfortable with that because that stays consistent throughout the whole song. And on top of that, we're going to play these notes. We go to a G. Here we switch it up a little bit by throwing in a hammer on. We go back to normal. And then we go to our F. C, and then G with another hammer on. Okay, so now to go over the solo and how I layered that on top of everything else. Here's the clip of me playing it in my cover video. Slick, huh? And not surprisingly, it's a little bit of a challenge to play, so let me walk you through what I do. The first measure is pretty easy. All we do is we add in this high E string for the first note. The second measure gets a little bit more complicated. There's a lot more going on here, but it's something that we'll want to get familiar with because we repeat it in other places during the solo. So we hit our bass note. We're going to switch our pointer finger up to the 1st fret here, and at the same time, we're going to pluck that string along with the G string with our pointer finger on our right hand, and we pull off from that 1st fret. So, and when we do that pull off, we also hit the 2nd fret of the D string with our thumb. So there's a lot going on there. And then we continue on. When we do that pull off, we go back to the B string. And then we go to a full G. Do our hammer on there. And we're going to do a similar thing here. I put my thumb on the bass note here of the E string with the 3rd fret. And then my pinky on the 5th fret, pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the high E string here. And we're going to do that same similar thing of doing a pull off while also hitting another bass note. And So we pluck the G and the E string, and then pull off on the high string while also plucking the D string. Okay, so, and then we're going to do a little walk up here on the A string. And then we're going to grab our F chord. Here I'm now actually going to wrap around my thumb, grab the first fret along with the first fret of the high E string, and we'll keep our ring finger on the third fret there. This next measure is a similar, very busy one where we're doing our bass note, and then we're going to do that pull off while also plucking a bass note. I'm going to do my pointer finger on the D string instead of the G. The other two were on the G, but this one's on the D, which is a little bit weird. And we play both of those strings with the pull off. And while we're doing the pull off, we're hitting the third fret of the A string. So. And when we do that pull off, we're going to jump that first finger, pointer finger, down to the first fret of the B string. So we can grab that note that comes after that, and then back to a C. The second part of that measure is a similar one where we do